Welcome to the channel. It's the World Tour of Britain, and today I'm in a place that's voted time and time again as the most picturesque and beautiful place in the UK. I'm in the Lake District in Bowness-On-Windermere, and just behind those shops on the left hand side is the bottom shore of Lake Windermere itself, which you'll see in a few minutes time. I've just come down from the car park. It's less than 30 seconds walk from where I've parked the car to get to these shops and cafes, so ideal if you are coming in the car for a day trip to park up and just enjoy some of the sights and enjoy some of the shops and the bars and restaurants available here on the shores of Lake Windermere. Now there's three things in tourist destinations that you must have. One is an ice cream van, and there's one right there on the left. There are two other things, and both of them are here as well, and we'll point them out in just a few seconds time. The first of the proper restaurants on the left as well, with a deck looking over Lake Windermere. And just up here is the second of the three things that every tourist destination in Britain must have, and that is a fish and chip restaurant. And this one is quite swanky looking actually, with its outside European style dining area, which is brilliant and overlooks the lake. So as we come along here, this is the first place where you can properly get a good view of the lake and a look right up the lake towards all the rest of the fells and the hills in the Lake District. And as you'll see from the top of these stairs, it really is quite a spectacular view, especially on a nice day like this. How about that? Brilliant. And as we head down the steps towards the shore, there is one of those old-fashioned telescopes where you can put your 10 pence in and get a better look of all the boats and the islands and all the hills all across the lake. Now, just a word of warning, if you are coming down to one of these areas on the shoreline, especially if you're eating a sandwich or your fish and chips, just be warned, there are loads and loads of ducks, swans and geese on these shores, and you can see why. In the time I've been here, I have seen loads of people feeding their half-eaten sandwiches, their crusts, even fish and chips to the birds here on the shore. So they obviously know this is a place to come for a free feed every day. They're not as stupid as they might look. Just amazing views across the lake here though. Nice and flat, calm today as well. Just coming along towards, you'll see over there in the distance, the boat moorings. And these are the first of the areas where you can actually hire yourself a boat or take a boat trip up and down Lake Windermere to get a proper view of all the great scenery around this area. We even have a busker looking after the crowds and keeping us entertained today. So the first of the boat moorings we're coming towards now, and just across the other side of the road is the golf course, and a picturesque golf course as well, which is banked up so you can see perfect views all across the lake no matter which hole you're playing. So if you're a golfer, I can think of no better place to play. Just coming back towards more shops, cafes and restaurants. This next one is quite quirky looking and actually faces the roadside, but for me that's quite a good thing, because if you're a people watcher, then this is ideal to sit on the veranda outside the old pump house coffee shop and just watch the world go by and the people go by. As you'll see, there's loads of people, there's families, there's dog walkers, there's people of all ages and generations all enjoying the sunshine and enjoying the views here at Lake Windermere. Just on the left is the Lake View Bar and Grill, which is one of the larger restaurants in the area, with a massive deck on the top level overlooking the lake as well. Just coming up here on the left, this confuses me because we have Pitlochry in Lakeland. Now Pitlochry is a tourist town in its own right in Perthshire in Scotland. Why Pitlochry is in Lakeland, here in the Lake District in England, I have got no idea. It seems to sell clothes and some of your normal sort of tourist tat, as I would put it, you get in the tourist destinations. Now for the third thing that every good tourist destination in Britain must have. Ice cream van, tick. Fish and chip restaurant, tick. Amusement arcade, tick. Yeah, so if you want to spend your money on the Bandits, that's the place to do it. And you can do it here on the shores of Lake Windermere. Just round the corner we have a place where you can hire your boats and do some boat hire. So these are the jetties where you can actually embark and take boat trips all the way down to the other end of the lake, just down there. So it's an amazing place to go and visit, and these boat hires and these boat trips are just outstanding, especially on a day like this. So just coming back up onto the roadside here again, you can see a small beach just down there, and again it's filled, literally filled with ducks and geese and swans. So if you are scared of these type of things, then don't go anywhere near that area, because they do flap around you. And as I said, if you have food on you and you go down there, then you're taking your life in your hands, literally, because they're looking to take it off you. And you can see some of the larger tour boats there as well. Some look like the ones that you often see, I think, in places like Mallorca, the old glass-bottom boats you often get in the Mediterranean. They look a bit like that, where you can go on there and get good views both sides as you're travelling up and down the lake. Heading back up onto the road once again, and across the other side another coffee shop there and souvenir shop just as you come into this area of the Lakeside. And just in front of us is the coach drop-off point. So many coach tours do come here to Lake Windermere. This is often the place they will stop, and if you are doing the bus tours, that's the exact place right there on the right hand side where they will drop you off. And as you can see at this point, it's really easy to get to all the restaurants and the shops. There's not much of an incline at this point as well, so if you're not quite as able as you used to be, if you're walking, then you've not too far to walk at all from the bus to get onto one of the jetties to go on a boat tour, or even to sit and enjoy an ice cream just in the sunshine as these people are doing here today, or even visit some of the cafes. Now, one thing I would say is that all of these little bothies, these little kiosks you're seeing on the side, are all boat trips, and every one is different. They all have different prices as well, so depending on your budget and depending on which sort of boat you want to go on, depends on how much you will pay. So there's something really for everybody from all price ranges. So the cheaper ones are the smaller boats with the really hard seats, and the more expensive ones are a bit more comfortable with glass tops and stuff like that on them. But plenty of options there if you want to go and shop around for tickets for boat tours, or even if you want to go and hire your own boats and actually sail your own boat up and down Lake Windermere.
Where are you going next?
And again, they come in all shapes and sizes, the bigger boats down to the smaller ones, and you can even get yourself a small fishing boat as well. There's loads of them just here coming up on the shore. I really can't see myself rowing one of these things up and down Lake Windermere. I think I would quite quickly sink or crash into the shore, one of the two. It's a sailor's paradise around here, and again just coming up towards the town of Bowness itself, so just up on this hill here where you can see the Old England Hotel and Spa. That is the start of Bowness town in its own right. So if you travel up that small hill, you'll come to the high street, and it really is quite beautiful. There's loads of independent shops and boutiques, nice cafes and restaurants to have your dinner in or lunch, and it's all very local. There's none of your chain shops that I could see or chain pubs. It's all nice local businesses. And if you want an idea of some prices on boat hire, then there's some of the prices right there from this particular kiosk. And there you have it, a short trip of the shoreline of Bowness-On-Windermere in the Lake District in England. If you like this video, please do hit the like button, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please do hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of future videos. There's loads more to come from all sorts of different towns and villages and tourist destinations all across the UK. It doesn't cost a penny to subscribe or to tick the bell, so please do that and it will notify you when I upload new videos. If you want to see some of my other videos from other places I've been recently, then they're on the screen just now. You can check those out, and you can also subscribe on the left hand side there as well. So, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.